Hey guys, welcome back. I have a lot of fun things today to do actually. That one's later. Okay. I made up a whole bunch of trays and then Aspen's got a whole bunch of seeds. This one's a first. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it should be fun. All right, so a rainbow eucalyptus tree had a whole bunch of flowers. You know the white flowers that our rainbow tree out front produces?
Yeah.
All right, so look what happens. Do you see how that split open?
Yeah.
But look, you see how that one isn't split open?
Yeah, all of them are some fit open and some are not.
I'm gonna show you guys. We literally just cut them off the tree, let them dry out in a jar. And some of these still need to open. There you go. You can really see some closed ones versus opened ones in here. But for how big these trees get, look at this.
No, here, Mom. I just got one out. Mommy, look. Here,
That is all seeds.
I found some.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's open it up.
Well, look at how much that opened. Isn't that really cool?
I don't want to both the leaf.
Well, the leaves are already dried off. It looks like almost all of this one has opened.
Yeah.
Isn't that really cool? So all that we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of experiment, see how these root up. I like to use Pro Mix the best, even starting seedlings, and it just negates the transfer.
This is.
And we're probably gonna lose some seeds on this.
All of these are open. I can help you get those out.
You wanna get another bunch? Oh, stick your hand in there and grab some out.
This one too. Look, this.
Now look, all of that's seeds. You see all of that itty bittiness?
Oh, yeah.
All of that is seeds. So these itty bitty tiny seeds produce that big, big rainbow tree in our front.
We didn't touch that.
Why not?
Are you allowed to touch it?
Yeah, you want to touch it?
Yeah.
Here. Stick your hand. Here. Feel. Look. You see that? Look at how tiny those seeds are.
Yeah.
So if you had the patience, you could plant each one of these into a seed tray, and it would make it so much easier in the long term. Right. So we're just going to experiment. We're going to see if they even root up in Pro Mix, see what works best, and kind of go from there. So you still have some little flower buds at the base. Kind of get some of those out of our way. You want to pick those big guys off of there? All right.
Put them way over here.
I like it. All right. And I'm just going to take a pinch of seeds at this point, and I guess I'm just going to sprinkle them on the tray.
That's all.
Yes. So, I don't think you can really see the seeds on here, but if you can, they're just itty bitty tiny ones. So I just sprinkled it like seasoning. You're just going to sprinkle it all the way over. Here you go. Get a little bit more. And you can see how close together they are. So it will be really interesting trying to separate these as they get bigger. But it's a great way to start them. So, I low-key didn't think it was going to work this good. And I might have just realized this lid doesn't even fit on this container, but all I did was throw them in here. It's been a little over a week. I'm a little behind, but it's a mess. I'm going to literally regret doing this later. I will really regret this. Okay, so these are all those little eucalyptus seeds. First thing is I didn't think it was gonna work this good. Second, you're supposed to put each tiny little seed into a seed tray. So it'd be a lot of tweezers, and I would end up with thousands of seed trays. It would be a lot. So I just decided to wing it, throw them all in a big pile of Pro Mix, and see what worked and didn't work. I'd figure out my consequences later. It's gonna look like a little chia pet. I lost a few just now. But it worked. Oh my. It just made a mess. So I'm gonna end up having to separate all of these little babies into their own little ones once they get bigger. Look at how tiny those are. So each tiny one should be in its own little seed pod. And then we wouldn't have a whole field of them growing that we are going to have to just separate later. So game plan is, since this lid is a little small, I'm going to spray it down with some fertilizer because a little bit of it's dried out. I really just want to, it's like a soft little field of grass. And there was more seeds left. This one not as many have taken off, but they're starting to pop. You can just see how tiny they are. So we're going to deal with the consequences in a few months. What we're going to do is I'll leave them in this container for just a few. I'll end up transferring these containers into a bigger, taller Sterilite container. And then in the spring, I'll end up moving them out into full sun. We'll separate each little one out, and we'll move it into full sun and let them grow big and tall. You can really see where I kind of just butchered those when they fell. But they're, oh my gosh, they're so itty bitty. My little fingers are just gonna crush these seeds. But that is our rainbow eucalyptus seeds. We will check in on them in a few months, kind of see the status of them. But it will definitely be an ongoing progress. It takes years for them to really expose that beautiful rainbow bark. So it's definitely a project of love and patience. Seeds, if you guys have any questions growing these, how to root them up, tree fern was recommended, so I was kind of nervous of how the Pro Mix would work. The Pro Mix has been solid for me for years, so it's definitely my most trusted go-to, and I'm pretty excited about it. So any questions, drop in the comments. Otherwise, I can't thank you guys enough, and I will see you guys next week.